Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Mickey Ears and Butterbeers. Today we are at Erin McKenna's Bakery here at Disney Springs, and we're going to have a good time tasting some great sweets. Now, one thing that sets Erin McKenna's apart from other bakeries is that they're very dietarily conscious. So they are soy-free, they're gluten-free, they try to use natural sweeteners, they're dairy-free, so really a cleaner version of fun carbohydrates that we might like to indulge in. So we're going to go inside, we're going to see what we can find, and we're going to come out and eat them with you. Before we go inside, here's a look at the menu, and as mentioned, all items are dairy-free, egg-free, soy-free, gluten-free, and certified kosher. So let's take a look at the menu here. All sorts of baked goodness, everything from cupcakes to cookies, donuts, crumb cakes, even have baking kits you can take home with you. All right, so I just sat down with my Erin McKenna's. This looks unbelievable. So we got two items, and trying to stay a little bit on the healthier side here. So I avoided icing, and I'm not much of a chocolate fan, so I went with non-chocolate items. So the first thing we got is a very hearty, thick piece of banana bread. This looks delicious, so I can't wait to eat it. Of course, there's not going to be nuts in this because they are a nut-free facility. So let's take a bite, see how it is. It's super good. It's really moist, which I was worried about because you worry at a facility that doesn't use eggs. Maybe it's a little bit dry, maybe the bread's a little bit more dense. Not at all. Definitely fluffy and moist, has a great banana flavor, has almost like a little bit of a caramelized flavor on the outside on the crust as well, but really well cooked throughout, with a little bit of a crust, but it's very soft crust on it, but tastes very much like a traditional banana bread. So you can actually see the banana inside the banana bread. Has very much of a nutmeg cinnamon type flavor to it as well. Almost autumnal, but definitely very, very good. I would highly recommend this if you're somebody that typically likes banana breads or pumpkin breads, things along those lines. This is a really good way to go. Now the item I'm most excited about is going to be this guy. Now this is the pineapple upside down cake. This was $8.75. The banana bread was $5, and this looks unbelievable. It's a pretty large cake. You can kind of see the thickness there. We're going to dig in, see how this bad boy is. This one's going to need a fork because it literally is just a mini cake. As a matter of fact, it comes in a box all by itself here. This is probably about 5 inches in diameter, and I'm going to say it's about 3 inches tall. So it is quite an impressive structure. Again, $8.75. Let's see how this tastes on a warm Florida afternoon. That is super refreshing. Give you a little look there at a piece, and give me a second and try to pull this up so you can see the inside of it a little bit better. I'm making a huge mess here. There is the inside of the pineapple upside down cake, which is promptly going back in the box. That's delicious. So this one, as expected, is a little bit sweeter than the banana bread was. Lots of pineapple glaze on there. The density of the cake is also a lot denser than the banana bread, as any kind of a good pound cake should be. I would say that the texture almost reminds you of a piece of cornbread, kind of that same texture. So I'm just finishing up that pineapple upside down cake right now. That thing is huge, easily splittable, I would say 3 ways, with generous portions all 3 ways. So that would be a great economical snack to split 3 ways. Again, $8.75 for that one. Now I almost got one of their cookies also. I'll show you a clip here of what the counter looked like and all their different options. But right next door is Gideon's Bakehouse, and they have a specialty cookie that's only available at Disney Springs. So we're going to give you some bonus content. So I think overall, Erin McKenna's did a great job of giving us something really tasty within our nutritional guidelines. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even really notice a difference between that and a traditional baked good. So that is a great compliment to them. But we're gonna come right around the corner here, right around Joffrey's. Say hi to the Boathouse. Looks like we have one of their amp cars getting ready to go into the water. Getting ready to splash down. Here we go. There they go. So right around the corner, we are going to head to Gideon's. Now, Gideon's does not have the same dietary restrictions that Erin McKenna's does as far as the ingredients that they can include. So this is a little bit of an unfair fight, but Gideon's has been ranked as one of the best cookies in the world by several different publications. It is an Orlando classic. The original one is in the East End Market in Orlando, but there is one cookie that you can only get here at their relatively new Disney Springs location, and that is going to be the coffee cake cookie. So that is what we are going to get and compare it to the different cake types that we got at Erin McKenna's. Now, Gideon's does get so crowded that they do have a virtual line situation. So you come and you check in and you give them your phone number, and then they text you when it's your time to return, and you can get into this line. This line does move fairly quickly, so we should be inside within about 15 minutes or so. All right, yes ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a good day today.
You too.
Maybe just spelling in here is a good stuff. Just his spelling in here.
They actually have to limit to 6 cookies per person, but each cookie is a half a pound. As you can see right here, they do very clearly say that their products do contain eggs, dairy, gluten, wheat, and nuts. So that's why we went to Erin McKenna's for those other products. Fresh cookies right off the cart. And if we come over here, you can see the different types of cookies that they have. Everything from triple chocolate to pistachio. Got cookies and cream, peanut butter crunch, and of course the original chocolate chip cookie, the one that made them famous. And then if we look up, they have cakes also, including a special key lime cake just this month for their Florida Food Festival that they're having at Disney Springs. So here is their red velvet. Then we have their key lime pie. And then the chocolate everything cake, all double frosted. And as you probably saw in the menu behind me here, their cookies are $6 each, their cake slices are $9 each, but again, those are half-pound cookies and just enormous cake slices, so you're really getting your values worth. All of them are easily shareable. And here's the one we'll be getting today. This is their specialty here at Disney Springs. It's an exclusive, and it's the coffee cake cookie. All right, guys, so super excited about our Gideon's cookie. Now, I've had one of these before. I had their peanut butter, which is one of the ones they're most known for. But again, this guy, the coffee cake cookie, you can only get here at Disney Springs. Look at how massive that is. It's as big as my face. That's huge. So this truly is like a slice of coffee cake. It has butter in it. It has cinnamon. Not a whole lot of sugar on top. Some of theirs are really crystallized with sugar, and they're actually known for putting some salt on top of their cookies, which this one has some light salt on here, but not any of the large salt crystals like you might see on some of the other ones. So very interested to give this a try. Whoa. So it's basically like eating a cinnamon roll. It's a cinnamon roll cookie. That's exactly what it is. You can see the cinnamon pretty well on that other side there. But it's just one big, buttery, soft cinnamon roll cookie, essentially. If you've ever had an Otis Spunkmeyer cookie that's just slightly undercooked, where it's very soft and kind of doughy, that's essentially what the consistency of this cookie is. It's not crispy at all, not even really on the outside. It's just soft and buttery and cinnamony and delicious, and you do have just that little bit of salt on the outside that contrasts with the sweetness and just gets the great flavor. So Highly recommended. I've had, of course, both this and the peanut butter now. I would say they're both really good. The peanut butter is kind of the classic. I think if it's your first time here, you go peanut butter, but this is a great, great exclusive option. So all in all, who is the king of the coffee cake here at Disney Springs? Well, it depends. It depends what your dietary needs are. I would say if you can have the butter, if you can have the eggs, if you can have the gluten, you're gonna be hard pressed to beat that coffee cake cookie. However, that pineapple upside down cake was unbelievable with obviously limited ingredients, but I didn't notice the difference between that and a regular pineapple upside down cake. And it's kind of cool that you get your own little personalized size one. So I'd have to say those two are a tie. Don't like to call ties, it's like kissing your sister, but it would be very, very hard to distinguish between those two. I think you would be in great shape with either one. The banana bread, a very close second, just not as spectacular as those other two items, but certainly very good, and you can't go wrong with either option. As a matter of fact, I was even behind somebody in line at Gideon's with dietary restrictions, and they were on their way over to Erin McKenna's right after they picked up their cookies. Well guys, the storm's rolling in, and that means it's time to get out of here for today, but I sure appreciate you joining in with us on this little adventure to eat some sweet things around Disney Springs, some that were legal, some that weren't quite as much, but I hope you learned something about your different options here. You've got some great options here, and certainly hopefully this will help you in your next Disney vacation or your next trip to Disney Springs. If you guys don't mind, please make sure to like our video, share it with your friends, and then of course also subscribe to our channel so that we can continue to do this for you guys. But we sure appreciate you, and until next time, stay magical.